thanks. My name is Pekka Turpeinen and I come from Telia company, or Sonera. Sonera is a brand name locally here in Finland, and we are telco delivering basic telco services, and also I'm telling you know some of the new ideas we have for our business. So I come from a digital identity team, and we are providing digital identities for people and also for network elements. And in this picture, as Serafin mentioned, data has to be mentioned in every MBI's presentation. We have also selected MyData, Open Data, Big Data, one of the technology enablers for our own and our customers' basics for business innovations and for business opportunities. And others are like machine to machine, IoT, cloud, software-defined networks, mobility, and unified communications. And beside this, MyData, Open Data, Big Data, I would like to a little bit tell about digital identity and other trust services. So our basic offering consists of like certification authority, CA services, which is like certificate identity factory for network elements and also for persons and people. And a couple of words concerning physical identity versus digital identity. Of course, in real life, all of us, we have passports, driver's licenses, and several kinds of identity cards we are using in the physical world. But how to solve this identity challenge in digital world? We have now worked quite a long time around mobile ID and SIM card based digital identity, which can be used for authentication and also later on for digital signatures in many kinds of services. Here we have couple of use cases where digital identity, digital mobile ID is handy to use. For example, access for call center, securing online banking, payments, clicking and collecting when doing online shopping, and of course related to today's topic, MyData and releasing, giving consent, control through strong identity and strong authentication to share your data case by case or for longer time permits. In this matrix, mobile ID it has a quite an excellent position. The level of security is good and it's very easy to use. The user experience is very similar basically in all of the use cases. Then telcos like Telia, we are looking for growth because traditional business selling mobile minutes or fixed phone minutes and SMS messages, that business is decreasing dramatically, and now we are looking for new growth through new business areas. And then I have one case, mobility as a service. That's one proof of the concept we are now running with real customers, and basic idea of this service is that we offer instead of people are owning their own cars and bikes or motorcycles and buying separate mass transportation tickets, we offer mobility as a service, and that will combine several service providers like mass transportation and also other service providers, marketplaces that we are able to in this example, that you just select your starting point of your trip and where you are aiming, your destination and then starting time and number of passengers, and the fact, are you willing to share your taxi or do you want to drive with a private taxi, and then you pick up. You get options for the trip. You select one suitable for you, and then you get e-tickets for the end-to-end for door-to-door journey. That's one example of the new kind of services we have never offered before. And of course, that kind of service development consists of a lot of personal data, and also we are able to process anonymous data in order to develop service and traffic conditions and all kind of related to development of infrastructures and streets and everything. So another case is e-health. We are in the middle of process that there are a lot of changes in care and health care. We are moving, or we are not able to anymore care people in hospitals, but more and more homes will be places to take care of older people and also younger ones, and then we want to be part of that big process. So there will be a lot of needs to measure people's blood pressure and blood sugar and activity. Are they still breathing? And that will produce huge amount of personal data around our health, and of course that data have to be transferred from home towards doctors or artificial intelligence to be analyzed, and based on that data and analytics, there will be actions to be done for this patient or older people waiting for care. And of course it's not only at home. We are thinking of possibilities because people are living far away from each other. Older people possibly live on the countryside, and their children are living in cities. So how can we help relatives to take care of their parents and or children to take care of the grandparents. So we want to be in many parts of this healthcare environment through secure identity-based or data transfer-based services. So, as a conclusion, as telco, we think MyData, open data, big data, and privacy, they really will offer a lot of fuel for innovations and renewal for us as a company, and of course for our customers, enterprise customers, and users, citizens, consumers. We need as end users of the services. As mentioned today, service design, co-creation with users, they are active tools we are using in this approach. I started with building trust is crucial. We think those CA, certification authority, identities of network elements, and smart watches and mobile phones and people using those devices, they are very crucial in this chain. So I would like to conclude that MyData completes my identity, and my identity completes my data. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Pekka. Maybe if you want to still stay here for one or two quick questions, and then we go to the group. But I think many interesting viewpoints. And one of the questions that I had for you is that, okay, so sure, data, identity are enablers of new services, and kind of from the telco point of view. So that's how that's the worldview. You want to provide good value-added services like MAS or the health service. Have you looked at inside your company, if you just want to kind of, well, let's say extract the data assets alone, that what's the economic value of the data that you collect as Sonera? Is that something that Sonera looks internally? I'm curious. And then or is that something that you would recommend that businesses do in general? For example, you would have an asset sheet of saying, we think that we own a data asset of such and such.
Okay, I don't know if it has exact value in a form of accounting or exact value, but of course it's a huge amount of data we collect from mobile networks and fixed networks, and we are using for our own purposes, for marketing and segmenting customers, but of course now when we're developing new services, we would like to of course join as many as possible good ecosystems. And that's why we are also here now in this conference actively studying what do you mean by MyData and things like that. So I think we will see very interesting development in the near future, that we are able to in controlled way harness this data and also open it for other players.
Great.